In this video we share Saint Faustina's terrible vision of hell. From the diary of Saint Faustina, I, Sister Faustina, was by God's command in the abysses of hell and to report to souls and testify that there is hell. Now I can't talk about it because I have God's command to leave it in writing. Sister Maria Faustina belongs today to the most famous saints of the Church. Through her, Jesus conveys the message of God's mercy to the world in a special way. At the age of 20, she entered the congregation of Our Lady of Mercy, after unsuccessful attempts with other monasteries. Her religious name is Sister Maria Faustina. During the 13 years she spent in the congregation, she had numerous extraordinary graces such as the gift of contemplation, divination, reading human hearts, reaching the culmination of union with God on earth. Jesus inspired Saint Faustina to bring closer to the world and proclaim God's love, to pray for God's mercy for the whole world, among other things through new forms of worship of God's mercy, but Saint Faustina also received visions that serve as a warning to believers around the world. One of the most famous visions was the one that warns of the horrors of hell. The sinner needs to know that he will be tormented for all eternity by the organ with which he sinned. Today an angel led me into the abysses of hell. It is a place of great torment. Its surface is terribly large. The types of torment I have seen are as follows. The first torment that makes hell is the loss of God. The second, a permanent reproach of conscience. Third, that destiny will never change again. The fourth torment, fire, which passes through the soul, without destroying it. It is a terrible torment. It is a purely spiritual fire kindled by the wrath of God. Fifth torment, constant darkness and a terribly suffocating smell. Though it is dark, the devils see each other and curse their soul. They see all the evil of others and also their own. The sixth torment, the constant company of Satan. The seventh torment is terrible despair, hatred of God, blasphemy, cursing, swearing. These are the torments that all the damned suffer together. But that is not the end. There are other special torments for souls, namely the torments of the senses. As soon as an individual soul has sinned, it is punished in a terrible and indescribable way. There are terrible caves and abysses of torture, where one torment differs from another. In the face of that terrible torment, I would have died if God's omnipotence had not kept me. The sinner needs to know that he will be tortured for all eternity by the organ with which he sinned. I am writing about this at God's command, that no soul can say that there is no hell, or that no one has been there and knows how it is there. I, Sister Faustina, was by God's command in the abysses of hell and to report to souls and testify that there is hell. Now I can't talk about it because I have God's command to leave it in writing. The devils hate me very much, but by God's command they must listen to me. What I wrote is a scanty picture of what I saw. One thing I could notice, there are mostly souls out there who didn't believe in the existence of hell. When I came to my senses I could not rest from the horror, how the souls there suffer greatly. Therefore, I pray even more earnestly for the conversion of sinners. I cry out incessantly to God's mercy for them. O my Jesus, I would rather suffer to the end of the world than offend you with the slightest sin. Saint Maria Faustina Kowalska. About the mercy of Jesus, those who believe in my mercy will be saved from hell. Today I heard these words, the graces I give you are not only for you, but also for a large number of souls. And in your heart is my permanent abode. In spite of the misery you are, I unite with you, I take away your misery and give you my mercy. I do works of mercy in every soul. The greater the sinner, the greater the right to my mercy. In every work of my hands my mercy is affirmed. He who trusts in my mercy will not perish because all his problems are my problems and the enemies will be trampled under my feet. From Jesus, Diary, number 723. Thank you for supporting my channel. May God bless you and keep you. Our Lady, Queen of Peace, pray for us.